Alright, here we go. So, we are picking into the 4th seat. I love having that control. We're picking into a round 6 towns game with a round 4 digs. It should be a very high scoring in terms of the track, depending on what factions are put in. Obviously, there are factions who don't love late towns, like fakirs, for example. But like a halflings, for example, would be very strong here. You maybe get this round 2 air spade with a priest to air. I don't know if you take air 2 or not. And then, yeah, then like temple for earth 1, earth 2, whatever. The 4 coins in the cult step is missing, so I don't expect anyone to try to water 2. But you could always, a water 2 could always still happen. We'll probably wait until we find out what the actual color wheel is before we try to figure out what faction is going to come in, because restart successful. Oh, glad to hear. So anyway, this title is a last day of stream of Palooza because I will not be streaming quite as much after today. I've had an unusual break during which I could stream a lot, but unfortunately that break is coming to an end. So hopefully we get a good send off on this one, but who knows? We've got Eddie, we've got Reminder Q. This is Eddie, as we know, it can be a little erratic in terms of the quality of his play, but very reliable player. Genova, strong player. I wonder if Genova was in the queue with us before. So I do wonder if Genova is now. Okay, no, he's here. He's here, and he picked goblins. Gross. Goblins love round 6 towns. If they can secure early blacks across the north and get early spades, then I like them to win this by a huge margin. You always want to open double temple with them, essentially. But maybe like a temple ship advance, like what's your fallback plan as goblins here, right? If you get sniped on the workers action, then what's your fallback? I would think that it's not such a bad fallback to have this temp ship available to you and be able to ship up to C1, B3, A8. Gross. Atlanteans. Atlanteans, where do we want to start here? We want to start D2. D2 seems like a pretty safe spot. You take away C1 from goblins. You need yellow in the game, right? You need yellow in the game to give you a neighbor and give you some leech. They might just leave their hex here and not really give you anything, but that's okay. It makes things more interesting for goblins, to say the least. Alright, in the meantime, Mavens, I hate to say it, battle him. There's got to be some sort of pun there, so we'll get to that later. Buzz. Don't know that. Green Group. Environmental Protection Agency, maybe? Poetic Adverb. I like Oer or Air, E-R-E. Who knows which one it will be. Purple Heart Recipients. This is probably War Heroes. War Heroes. No idea. Mavens are Sharps. This could be you? I don't understand Buzz with that, so. Not bold, shy. Hard to handle. Okay. Never mind. It's our turn. Okay, conspirators anyway. Okay, so I was saying that I would like yellow in the game so that Atlanteans can start here, and then that might make the game nice. What yellow faction do we want? We already said fakirs were bad here, but does that mean that we don't want them in? I think the answer is yes, we don't want them in. Do we want halflings in? Halflings make for a weird color wheel. However, a weird color wheel could be okay here. Since goblins are OP, it's a round 4 digs game, and who cares about Atlanteans and where they're going to go, right? So the big building tile, the spade, and the priest are the most interesting pass tiles. Worker power and temp ship are both very good, so goblins should be strong in seat 1. The bad thing about halflings is that you might not know where to place over here in the east. And I guess conspirators are in the game, so you're always going to be fairly happy. That makes me think that the right play is to place E6 as goblins, or as halflings. The problem is that you could lose both D4 and G2 to gray, which is kind of sad. For a yellow faction, archivists could make some round 6 towns. Like, the archivists actually could go for a dig round, right? The priest is in the game. There's a lot of good economy on these pass tiles. Alright, F it. We're gonna go for archivists. Where are they? Okay. And I think we just start with the spade. Yeah, we start with the spade, we just open the big building, and then we temple for whatever is left in round 2. And another thing that I have seen people do with some success, specifically I'm thinking of Matt here, is open with double dig and this guy as archivists. That depends on, of course, Atlanteans not getting a power tile and not just taking the double dig away from you. So I'm not as crazy about that. I think stronghold 1 dwelling with a spade, and then the right to pass early for the temp ship tile is pretty good. Eddie just wants to play Atlanteans. What can you say? Guy knows what he wants. So Atlanteans, you're probably just best off being the cult faction, right? Like, arguably, you could even just be the cult faction and take this this guy here. And then that probably gives you enough bumps. But who knows? There's some risk that as goblins you do get into some trouble here, so Zorito, yes, Eddie is in this game. Are you done? Are you done with your game? You're not done with your game. Your game is not going that fast though, is it? Okay. So can we start C1 and hope that Atlanteans probably just play away from you if you start C1, right? You have to start E5. You'll have Archivists as a neighbor on E5. And you probably want to start in the east to get the leech off the conspirators. Maybe you start G5. Probably G5, E5 is the play. And then you can connect through the south as well as the north. You just give up C1, like that's probably fine. Okay, so we've all taken goblins down 20 points. One player's pretty slow. Is that Min? Ondas, I think, was complaining about Min's timer. Oh, actually, this Prospector's player is really running down their clock. Over here, I can probably put this game to rest as well. I don't know why this game is still in round 1. That's absolute insanity. Yeah, Eric, I wouldn't be thrilled here as Eric, but he did this as a gamble, so we'll see what happens. I would rather have had like no leeches, swarmlings, or swarmlings. You can get over it. You start with a spade. But it looks like he's gonna go temple Earth 1 into a dwelling, so that's fine. mind if you're doing something to figure out if there is a game plan for anyone else here? That's like a valid question. Is there even a game plan for anyone else here? The funnest conspirators opening that I can think of here is to go for a stronghold and a temple. Now that's a very difficult opening to make, but I think that you can do it, right? Actually, all you need is like a single bit of leech with a worker's action, and you probably get stronghold temple as conspirators. That is a fun opening that I'm willing to try. Let's say we put them here, thinking that we can get stronghold temple. Because if we get stronghold temple, we're rolling. All you need is a worker's action to make that happen, right? Because you actually get 4 coins back from making your stronghold. So this guy only costs you 2 plus 3 is, or 3 plus 2 is 5 coins. And then you need 8 coins here. Yeah, you can open stronghold temple for conspirators. Gray is also in a nice position on this color wheel, so I'm just going to put one more point here. Gray doesn't tend to love the late towns, but I am thinking of engineers and dwarves mainly. Conspirators may feel differently. Ondas connects over here, and he doesn't build his stronghold. This all makes me very, very sad for Children of the Worm. Yeah, I'm sad. I love the Worm stronghold, but I guess his econ looks quite good, so not much to complain about there. Desperately need some points though. That's that. It's their game. I was saying that I might be willing to play archivists here. Well, I guess I won't get that chance. Goblins probably just destroy us all. I was willing to pay 20 points for goblins before, and that has moved down quite a bit, so I really do hope that I get to pull off this opening. But Reminder Q could also just start on like a worker power and then swipe the workers with his first action, in which case I would become sad. The 2 tiles that I would like to take, I think, would be Water 2 and maybe Earth 1. I think that's what I would like. Earth 1 and Water 2. Wow, it is C1. I would have... Yeah, so this is risky because you do risk getting B5, B3 stolen from you. We'll see. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, so much for that plan. I really liked that plan, but it's not going to happen. Archivists are perfectly fine doing this, but I really, really liked my idea of Stronghold Temple. I could still open the strongholds and just build a dwelling, and then use the Cult Spade on E9 or something to get a second dwelling out, but this is a huge bummer. Atlanteans also open with Tent Ship, which I don't think that can possibly be very good here. Or it's not good versus goblins, for sure. They will be able to open Double Dig, which is fine, I guess. Goblins will just be able to open Double Temple, which is a bummer. Yeah, this is overall just made me very sad. Oh well. I'm also not getting any leech in round 1, or on my first action, sadly. Goblins start on the priest. God, that's just so good. I'm really sad that I'm not on goblins. What favor do I even take here? Do I just take Earth 1? I've also now given goblins the workers' power action. This is all very sad. Maybe I should have upgraded E7 first. Water 2 into Water 3. Yeah, honestly, like, I did consider that. I did consider Water 2 into Water 3. And I still am kind of considering it, but I don't think that it's worth it to open the stronghold anymore, right? Like, the priest production will be much better. It's probably just better to go Air 2, play for this Air Spade. And then put up like a TP next round and prepare a temple for Earth 1 or Water 1 there. Wow, goblins. That's pretty interesting. I did not expect goblins to secure hexes here. Well, all the spades are gone, so that also sucks for me. Would I ever just take Earth 1 here? Oh, so I really am going to get 0 leech unless I dig this hex. Goblins will send priest to air. So if I take a priest, it goes to the earth, to the water track or the earth track. And that's not that fun. If I temple Air 2 and pass, temple Air 2, put the spade down. Well, archivists are going to pass first, right? They should get the double dig. If I build D4, maybe I get a worker's power action. I don't know how that helps me, though. Like, no one else is taking power actions, right? Well, let's just say I'm not taking Earth 1 in round 1. And we'll do this. Actually, let's do this. Could the Water 2, Water 1 theory be good? I don't think I can because I don't have enough stuff to get the workers action. I guess here's all I need to do, right? I mean, playing that hard for this cult spade is just not worth it. Priest production is too good. Okay. We just want to get that silliness out of our heads. Okay, do we take this hex? I say we do. It puts a little pressure on archivists to secure hexes. That should give us leech, and then maybe we can get D4 as well. And I should be able to pass onto the archivist tile as well. That would be... Ooh, what? Goblins went priest to... Goblins putting their priest there changes things. Now I think I do want priest to air. No, because when I pass, I should be able to get priest anyway. So let's just temple for air 1, or air 2 rather. I just saw that Ondas was forming a town. So this, okay, so there's a town here, This is unfortunately kind of a sad outcome for Children of the Worm. I mean, will they win Network? No, conspirators or engineers are in the game. If engineers are in the game, they're a good bet to win Network. They even sold a free hex. Yeah, these Worm didn't even manage to upgrade the digs. I'm out on this Worms game. Unless they get 4 towns. If they get 4 towns by taking these 2 hexes and then using the stronghold, then I'm in. But It does look like, unfortunately, the Worm do not win this one. Back to here. Oh, archivists did get on temp ship. Man, that is sick. That's so sick. This is lovely. This is lovely. Oh, I only get to pass on to one tile, obviously. Funny. So goblins can actually take priest and send it to the air cult now. Though they probably need coins more. They want water too. Okay, I see. You got your hex troll dug? Which hex? Who troll dug your hex? I don't see anything. Oh wait, Worm actually are on... Never mind. Worm are very competitive, aren't they? They're doing well on network and they're winning up here. Like every cult, so... Okay. I4 to blue. I see. Wait, was that... Sorry, was that Prospectors who did that? Or was that Ondas who did that? Oh yeah, that's probably just fair play then. Alright. So we're being offered Priest to Air or trying to Temple for Earth 1. I think we're supposed to make the temple first, and then... Because Earth 1 seems pretty important. And we can always get the priest air later, right? Oh, who bought the priest? Atlanteans bought the priest. Okay, so everyone wants these priest spots on air and earth. But it's okay, right? I still get the spade otherwise. Like, am I really losing Earth 1 if I do this? I'm gonna bet that one of these two players wants to send priest to Earth if I do this. Like 0 copies of Earth 1 have disappeared, so I'm gonna say that this is okay to do. In fact, the temple round is next round, right? So I could just even spade this, put a TP here, and then pass for the spade, right? That is theoretically legal. Ondas wants the last priest town, so he did that. I see. That's the first leech I've gotten all game. Apparently you can gain power if your opponent upgrades next to you. So that's pretty cool. Atlanteans, what did Atlanteans do? They advanced on digging. Okay, that's cool. I approve of that. Meanwhile, goblins I guess don't need the north. They can connect through the south. So that's also good news for us. We're going to go for Earth 1 here. Goblins are not really interested in taking the spade yet. Goblins should not pass here. Archivists want to build lots of dwellings. So Atlanteans are the only passing risk. I'm not planning on giving them bleach, so... Atlanteans pass for the dwelling tile. I don't love that. Regardless, I no longer really need to make Earth 1 here. So I think that we need to use our power. The temple round is next round, so it doesn't make sense to delay our temple till next round. I would say that no, it does not. Historically speaking, making temples early is good. The question is, should we secure this dig now? And that I think we should do. Nah, screw it. Digs are overrated, right? If I miss out on the dig, I miss out on the dig. There'll be digs next round. Oh, this leech is also delicious. Okay, we don't have any points tiles available to us, so let's just grab the spade. It's the wrong round. We're doing everything a little bit early, but that's okay. I say maybe this round we're supposed to advance our shipping. Come down to G4. So in that case, what do we want? We want the coins action here, probably. Yeah, I don't know if it can happen, but I would love it if goblins got locked out of this corridor here. I kind of doubt that happens, but nice. Man can dream. Are very low on workers. Our opening kind of looks like an engineer's opening that I'm sitting on, right? So what would we like here? We would love Priest to Earth. Yeah, first Priest to Earth feels pretty good. Coins action feels good. That's probably what we want. We are getting our asses kicked, by the way. This is not a good game for us so far. I have the spade in hand, so I think that I transform this. It's further from Atlanteans. I don't think that they're going to hate dig this, but you know, you never know what weird stuff could happen. Hey, Pop, you want to come up? Yeah. No, she doesn't want to come up. Yeah, this feels... I think that this is a little more important than Priest to Earth. Like, we're going to get that Priest onto the Earth track anyway, so... There's Earth 1. A dig advance will be coming for Atlanteans, and then we're going to secure D4. And then maybe they got onto 10th ship. That would be quite filthy. archivists are going to, yep, so they're going to open next round with coins, then advance dig twice, and then they'll have, they might even get the workers action after that. Do we want to possibly send this priest to fire just for points? That might not be too bad. This big building tile is also still sitting there, but I don't know that I want it. I think I would like to secure my hexes. And we would like to put a priest to a cult. Maybe it's the earth cult, but it could just be fire or even air. None of them is like too bad of a choice here. Clogging the air cult feels okay, but I don't think that I need to clog it that much anymore. Also, I took air 2, but I've taken like very few power actions, so that does not feel ideal. Goblins at least won't be advancing their digging next round, likely. Well, who can say, actually? They can get 8 workers off of this, so if they can find the coins, then advancing dig is perfectly fine for them. Goblins might want double spade next round to get G6, H7. I'm looking at setting up a 3rd town spot, because, you know, I'm still, it's still a round 6 towns game. This is also technically our 3rd town spot, but I'm certain that archivists will take that away next round before I can get there. It's a lot of shipping to get there. Ooh, wait a second. What if I take this hex? That doesn't seem that good, right? But like, if I take this hex, I could be able to open next round with a hard dig here. Maybe saving my power for the double spade next round is better, right? Yeah, being responsible is probably better than being wild. Yeah, I'm pretty, like, I'm low in points and in econ. I'm probably just supposed to be responsible, pass for economy here, and try to set up my town down in the south. I would take the big building tile here if I were Atlanteans. Yeah, this looks like a worm wing, simply based off of the cults. Admittedly, I haven't looked too closely at the engineers. This is a 10-point pass plus 13-point pass. Maybe it's enough. Maybe it's enough. Okay, Atlanteans take the coins. That's perfectly reasonable. Okay. Goblins are in position to take double spades, sadly, so they're probably taking G6, H7. If I get the double spade, I'm torn between E3 and G3, actually. Do I have anywhere where I want to just put a spade now? I don't really have any better stuff to do with my workers than just leave them as coins, right? I need these points. I need everything right now, so. Wow, that's crazy greedy. Taking workers before coins. The coins go for goblins. Okay, so I think I take E4 here, right? That immediately kills this archivist town because I can always take F2. That's not a great dig for Atlanteans in my opinion, but I'm happy for the leech. Okay, so yeah, that gets undone. That didn't make a lot of sense. I think we just take E4 here, and then we see how Atlanteans, or see how archivists react, because then if they let us, we'll hard dig this. Yeah, the priest is good. Advancing shipping here is good for Atlanteans. Okay, that makes lots of sense. Yeah. How will you react, archivists? Oh wait, we're in trouble, aren't we? We're gonna lose F2 to the goblins. Advance dig twice. They still have two. They still have two temples on the board. Yeah, that is a problem. Well, regardless, we'll take E3. And then we'll see what goblins want to do. They're on 10th ship, so they might want to carve their third town spot. So let's just take this hex first. Okay. So now my plan is to get a priest onto the earth track, single dig this hex. Oh wait, I'm real short on I'm real short on dwellings. Well, it's definitely priests here. Yeah, we've gotten ourselves into an awkward spot where we don't have structures. Hate that. Hate it when I don't have structures. Well, turns out that it was a bad play. Also, I now need this hex to secure connection, but Atlanteans threaten it, so... I guess goblins can take this hex and then just start carving down here. But I really hope that they want to carve their own town instead, because they don't have the hexes over here yet. Okay, they just take F2 from me right away. Fair enough. That dream might have been misguided. I think that this is the end of the line for us. Atlanteans pass next. they would block the big building tile. If I pass here, I can pass onto the, I can take the big building tile and then open with Sanctuary Water 1. That seems pretty reasonable, I think. But archivists are also still in the round. They still want to keep digging, so I should be able to get Water 1 even if I do put this priest off. The only thing is that I'll lose the big building tile. I'm also concerned about losing G3, but maybe I can get D6 as consolation. I'd probably get D6 as consolation. I don't think anyone's cutting me off of there. Or I like try to shift to G4 or something. It's okay. And if I don't connect, I probably am not getting network points anyway. The only thing is that this G3 is actually very valuable because I do want this town down here, so. Well, let's try a thing. We try a thing. We might get blasted for it, but at least we tried. Yeah, I think that we're not supposed to do TP here. It loses us a point, and it loses us potentially 3 points off of Water 1. So I think that I'm supposed to pass on to the spade and just hope that I still get G3. I don't see why Atlanteans would let me have that, but I think I need some luck here, so. Is there still a town for me here in the south? I don't think that there is, right? 3 towns looks difficult. Is Eddie beating me? I think Eddie is probably beating me. Like, the 2-key town is just stupidly good. I guess the one case for taking the coins there instead of the spade is that the double spade should basically always be available for me for the rest of the game because all my opponents have advanced digs, so the 6 coins is probably less tested than double dig actions. What? Up. You are? Did I consider a TP before passing? Gives me tempo on building my next dwelling. Yes, I did consider it. That's what I was talking about. So I said, do I want to build the TP? And basically where I landed was no, because it loses me 4 points. I'm planning on taking Water 1 with my first action here, right? And then my next action is going to be to build a TP. So I lose a point off this dwelling, and I lose 3 points off of Water 1. But it is possible that, like, I could have double spaded, or I could have, like, triple dug F2 with my first action and set up this 3rd town. But goblins probably just take F1 because they have infinite econ, right? That would have been my expectation, basically. So that was my rationale there. Okay, goblins secure this anyway, so it's G3 now that I'm concerned about, and Atlanteans definitely have the stuff to build this, right? They definitely have the stuff to build that. How are we doing on network? We're probably never beating goblins, right? Okay, so goblins are indeed going for this. This dig makes it look very tricky for us to get. Yeah, this might be the end of our connection. Well, we have d6, right? But we're gonna lose these grays down here. We'll see how this goes, but it's not looking amazing. I'm sad that archivists didn't try to cut goblins off, because goblins getting 3 towns and connection and doing this well in the cults is a clear loss for archivists. There's just no way for them. I could also have gone for Temple Sanctuary and E3 or E4 for the G1 town. Yes, I could have. I guess like that's I guess so. I guess the benefit of putting the that would require me to have 2 bridges. I don't think I'm getting 2 bridges. Like Atlanteans might buy a bridge late. I don't know. I don't think that was the right read. Essentially, is my thinking. But I could be wrong. It's very rare, but I have been wrong once or twice in my life. So humble. Lumen, thank you for the raid. Hello, everyone else. Goblins might get 4 towns here. Yeah, you're not wrong. I guess this hex is dead no matter what, right? No matter who takes this, someone is going to take this hex. Let's put the TP over here. It's very slightly cheaper leech here. I'm not sure if that'll actually happen, but regardless, I'm securing either G3 or D6 next. Why did Archivists not Sanctuary Water 1? I'm surprised. They bought workers instead of Sanctuary Water 1. That feels like a bit of a mistake. Lumen, hello. CW Gordon, hello. Heroic Logic, hello. We are streaming some Terra Mystica here. We are getting wrecked. We made a play to try to get a town through here, over here in the west, by double digging E4, which was blue during the dig round, and hard digging E3. However, goblins got to F2, they advanced their digging, and goblins are stupidly strong, and they are going to win this game running away, I think. That's our prediction. Goblins did get Water 1 block, but I really don't think that they care, given that how much economy Water 2 has gotten them on the cults. And how many points, right? Like, goblins probably got more points from Water 2 than they would have gotten otherwise. Goblins are a little low in terms of their, okay, so G3 goes away. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Do I still play Agricola? I haven't played Agricola in a while. And I haven't played Agricola in a while largely because of the new cards, but also just because it requires me to think in a very different way. I'm not saying that like I don't like thinking, however, it does require me to like read cards at a pace where I don't love. Also, I just realized that Atlanteans took G3 with like nothing to gain from it. They only cut me off of 2 hexes, so that makes me quite sad. Like they can 2-ship down to I-10, but all that they really did was cut off all my remaining possibility for a 3rd town. So I'm quite sad that they chose to do that. I mean, they're perfectly in their rights to make me sad, but I'm also still in my sad. I'm still in my rights to be sad. Is it worth going to temp ship for I9 H6? No, it's not. It's not, right? Like, why do I need those hexes? I'm not getting a town here next round. There's no way I get enough digs for this town next round. So I don't see what that gets me. But I don't know, maybe it gets me something that I'm not seeing. Okay. Atlanteans are on their way out of the round. I think that maybe we're supposed to advance our shipping to maximize our odds of getting onto their pass tile. They may take an action to stall, but I don't see why they would. Like, they could dig this guy to gray or something, but I'm not sure that they would. So I think in order to maximize my priests, I'm supposed to advance ship here. I don't think that there's really any world where I get on the archivist pass tile, because archivists... It's probably very bad to tempt ship there. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, it doesn't really get me anything, right? That's the issue. But I am willing to pass now. Like, I either make a TP now or I pass, so I'm happy with what's left for me. But anyway, CW, basically I need to adjust all my settings in order to get Agricola to, like, look nice on my laptop, which is quite annoying. So that's why I haven't really played much Agricola, which is kind of a silly reason, but it is a reason nonetheless. Okay, Eddie, come on. Do a stall move here. I believe in you. I believe in you to buy the priest, do all sorts of stall moves. Yes, this is actually really nice. Because this seems to mean that Eddie is pretty committed to stalling. And the more moves that I can get off, the better here, I think. Like, for example, this priest of fire, I'm considering the TP here, or priest of fire. I think that the TP is actually better. Because this provides me tempo next round. I can just open next round with Stronghold for the 2 key town. And then I get my choice of towns early. And that's nice. And if Eddie stays in the round another action, then I get priest, or then I get to build G1. And if it's yet another action, then I get to send priest to fire. So these are all good things for me. I think Reminder Q might be struggling to decide if it's worth it, if it's still worth it to go for this town. Okay, he's going to try to ensure that I don't lock up the Earth Cult. But what if I just put Priest to... That probably triggers like a nasty race where goblins... Oh, Eddie gets Priest to fire. If I put Priest to Earth here, then that puts me in range of Stronghold, Tukey Town, grab... That probably forces Reminder Q to do something very suboptimal if I do that. And I might want to make goblins do suboptimal stuff because they're destroying this game. But regardless, I should only get one action here. Either the Priest to Fire, or either the Priest to Earth, or this Dwelling. Eddie is likely to pass. So this is a guaranteed 2 points. Goblins doing something suboptimal, we can't entirely count on them to do that, so. If I start fire to 2 8-pointers, I win Earth because they don't have... Well, I mean, can't he Sanctuary Earth too? To make a town? I think that he can do that. I think that seems fairly likely. I'm going to decline this leash. It's a lot, and I think I have enough coins at this point. I only need one more ship advance, right? And then I guess I build TPs and dwellings, but eh. But I just realized that I can also Stronghold Earth. I can also Stronghold Earth 2, take 1 8-pointer, and then I just take whatever for my second town, right? I can take an 11 pointer for my second town. So actually, I think I have one Earth. No, I never thought the 2 key town was there. But admittedly, when I switched to conspirators to start bidding on them, I kind of was baking in a 2 key town, I think. Or like I was baking in a much better cult performance than this. Yeah, okay. So I forced some suboptimal decision making out of goblins. They are going to close this. Like the only reason for goblins to do this is that they can close this cult. So I'm pretty happy with not sending the priest to Earth. All right. Are we getting any more leech? Goblins could give us leech. They might give us like 1. Yeah, goblins probably give us like 1 point or so of leech. All right. For silly reasons, no, archivists pass, then goblins get their pass tile. Yeah, so we're supposed to play it like this. Eddie passed and didn't maximize his income, so this has to mean that he's going to open coins. So I don't need to worry about what power action I get here. I think I'm supposed to just... Yeah. I'm supposed to just fire 2. And then I probably switch quickly to air 1 after that. We'd probably just take the 11 pointer and an 8 pointer then. Or, I mean, we could still take both 8 point towns. That puts us in good range of closing the air cult, I guess, right? If we stronghold fire 2 8 pointers, put ourselves in range of closing the air cult. It might be better. Like, I'm not taking the priest because I have 3 priests in hand, so... we're fairly competitive on network with archivists and atlanteans. Archivists presumably will deny me some of my hexes, but I don't think goblins are doing that because they still have dreams about making 2 more towns next round. There's one of the leech that I was expecting. And yeah, we can still take all that leech, so that feels good. By the way, our game has gone quite fast. This game over here ended with, it indeed ended with engineers winning, so congratulations, Alita. That's a pretty sick win. This town down here always feels so cool as gray. Goblins, of course, are going to just pass onto the dwellings tile. Yeah, goblins actually quietly still have infinite econ. Their problem is coins, so they actually are considering passing onto this 6 coins tile, but I think that they're supposed to just pass for, yeah, the VP. I think that passing for the VP was correct. So here comes the coins action. And I will do my best to avoid giving leech to goblins here, because... Oh, actually, archivists are also beating us, I guess. They just have so many victory points, but we can't really concern ourselves with that too much. 2 8-pointers gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 power with fire 2. So we'll down convert 2. Strongholds. Here is actually probably a little better. Who cares? Yeah, this doesn't even put us equal to archivists points. And they have both Earth 1 and Water 1. That's probably not going to get beaten. So what do we still need? We need a TP, we need a ship advance, and maybe a second TP and A7. 2 TPs, 2 dwellings, and a ship advance. We have the stuff for that. I just don't know if our hexes will get messed with in that time. I don't think goblins are going to be the ones to mess with those hexes. I'm very, very sad about what Atlanteans have chosen to do here. So, I mean, we're probably losing to archivists, but we're fairly competitive in network, I think. They have 2 yellows free. I know they have advanced digs, but they need like a coin town here. Oh wait, they're connected on 1 shipping. That's pretty cool. Maybe I should have left myself open to taking a little more leech, but I was never going to get this free leech off of goblins, now that I think about it. Goblins, maybe they go Temple Fire 2, TP, Dwelling. Or do they... I'm not sure if goblins have given up on this town or not. Genova is trying to figure out what town he wants, so I think that's fine. I also think I'm probably supposed to put Priest to Air. Goblins are able to climb a lot on the air track. I guess they don't have a key, but again, they could still Sanctuary Air 3 and like do some shenanigans to hurt our tempo and air. So if I put Priest to Air, then I'm in position to swap out for Air 1 late. Genova does take the coin town. I miss out on the free leech as expected. Here's a workers' town. Might have expected a power town there, but I'm sure that they've done the math. Do architects want this leech? They might actually want that leech. Atlanteans want this leech as well, but it's small. I'll get a 2-for-1 off of them, which is fine by me. Ooh, that's very nice for architects. Or that's very nice for Atlanteans that they're going to get this leech. So archivists aren't going to have the tempo to mess with this now, because I advance ship, and then I just get A7, I think. Oh, I said something about putting a priest. That was bad, because now I think I just gave up this town. Okay, they put priest to water first, but they do have cults on their mind. So I think it is better for me to put priest to air now. Yeah, I need to put priest to air now so that I don't lose this cult. And then I should be able to switch to air 1 at my leisure. Archivists could advance their shipping, but I think they're building a TP. They're going to finally start making their town. Please? Yes. Okay. So now we advance ship. We should be able to get A2. I'm assuming that goblins are not going to fight this cult too hard. Might be a bad assumption, but here's hoping. Yep, they continue to protect water, which is good. They might think that they can get to trick me into complacency on air, but I won't be tricked. I get a nice 2-for-1. Not sure if I need 2-for-1s, but I just really want this A2 hex. Yeah, if I get down to 3 structures, I think I'm pretty competitive with archivists in terms of network. Archivists might send a priest to water here to get like some semblance of cult, like to get 1 or 2 cult points. I'm so sad about Atlanteans doing this. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna beat me here. And they just randomly decide to cut me off. And like, I mean, I guess it's fine to like just hurt an opponent, but that feels very painful to me. I guess I only lost 1 grade from it, but still. Yeah, I don't think that we're coming back from that. I don't think we're making up this deficit with just air 1 and some cult points. Reminder Q doing everything that they can to optimize here. Can Eddie do anything here? I think that he would need to temple air 3 to really threaten me, so I'm going to continue to play it cool. My next action, I think, is probably just a swap for air 1. Probably makes too much sense not to take air 1 here. Unfortunately, the swap for air 1 will drop me on fire. And that's kind of unfortunate. Like that kind of stings. Because those are points that I'll be losing. If I'm a reminder, I might be doing math right now to figure out if I can hit this hex. That would make a lot of sense, I think. And if I'm Archivist, I'm probably, yeah, just building 2 more domes. This hex and this hex. They can build. Oh, so they're gonna meet me in. They're gonna tie me in network. Okay. There's no real world where I get this guy, I think, or where I get everything. Because getting down to 1 structure is not possible. I don't have the workers for that. Probably just, well, it could be the priest, but probably the 11-pointer here. It's a workers' town. For what? I don't see the benefit of a workers' town here. That's okay. I don't need to see a benefit for them to see a benefit. This now takes me out of contention for taking Happy Leech. That's okay as well. Oh, this is... Oh, okay. So goblins will get... Is this getting me anything? Does this, like, buy me a priest or something? I don't think it buys me a priest or anything. It's probably time to decline this. I don't think I'm building a temple or anything interesting with that leech. I'm just gonna build this, then buy a priest or something. Regardless, I want to build F1. Goblins need all their priests for shipping. There's a ship town there. But yeah, it's not goblins that I'm really concerned about, right? Like, it's... What do I do here if I'm Atlanteans? I think I'd probably temple for Air 1. And then make another TP. And then make the bridge. I'm not sure if they can actually afford that. So maybe make the bridge and advance ship twice. That's probably the best thing they can do. So advance ship twice, 95. The 20 points, 115. They don't have Air 1, so 115, no network points. 115, 133. We're going to tie for second on network. So, hold on. Goblins want, like, they put their TP here. Is there a copy of... Oh, there is a copy of Fire 2 left. Okay, so goblins are going to temple Fire 2. And then... Dwelling. Okay. I probably have to... I just have to be responsible here. I can't just completely ignore the fact that I could lose that air cult. Now architects could swipe the priest. No, they just advance shipping. Okay. Okay, so the water track is locked. So that's actually really nice. The fire track is not quite locked, but goblins are going to temple Fire 2. Goblins will have 2 X tokens left after that. One of them will go to workers for sure. They need this hex. Temple Fire 2. That puts them at 1 worker. Then they get an X token. The X token is good for 3 workers. They'll be at 4 workers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do goblins beat us? Because I can kill goblins town actually by digging this hex. I can afford to buy this priest and still kill goblins town there. That might be my best play, because that actually just like annihilates goblins if I dig this hex even once, right? And they can't really afford to play in any like slyer of a fashion. Why not return Earth 1? That's a very good question. It's because I'm so addicted to Earth 1 like a chump that I didn't even consider that it was a thing. The worker's action is a TP. That is correct. I am aware of that fact, but I am also dumb. So Like, killing this goblin's town is just straight up correct, right? I'm pretty sure goblins beat me if they get this town. Right? There's like no way that goblins don't beat me if they get that town. Wait a second. Can goblins even make... The goblins are still short, right? They're still short. They didn't connect. They don't make this town and they don't connect. They can chase me on this cult, but... This is... They have enough workers, but not enough coins, right? Am I missing something here? Oh, they... Oh, hold on. They want TP dwelling. But they don't have a spot for a TP... Oh, they do have a spot for a TP. Okay, so digging is obviously wrong. This priest is obviously correct. Reminder Q says my math has been terrible today. Yeah. I thought that something different was going to happen. I should build a TP on F1 to help them out. That's a good point. I should have thought of that. But yeah, I 100% thought that this town was happening, but they're quite short, so... I mean, at this point, if I make this TP, they still don't connect, right? So I still beat them. But yeah, obviously the TP is supposed to go over here. I'm just saying in the chat that I thought that I was going to need to do something drastic to kill their town, but I was definitely wrong about that, because... So I'm going to pass to 125. I'm tying archivists on network, so do I have them beat by 12 points on the cults? I actually think I do, so... So actually, we, I think, might have won this game. Which is insanity. We should never have won this game. I don't know. We got very good leech from Atlanteans. We got decent leech here, so. Yeah, I think that is enough points to win. You missed a play on e4? Oh, like from your... Yeah, so I killed an archivist town by taking this hex, and then goblins responded by killing my town. But it was a gamble, right? So Eddie is saying that black on c1 is very evil. Eddie is saying that black on c1 was evil. Yeah, because we thought that it would be black here. Maybe they get this center town. But then they're definitely... Atlanteans definitely get a better opportunity over there in the west. So regardless, this is pretty nice. Lucky to get a win here. Yeah. Archivists were quite close. Everyone else looks like... they fell behind pretty far, so how do we get this done? It's kind of funny to remember that we really, really wanted Stronghold Temple to open, but yeah, just getting spades seems like it's pretty decent. We took one double spade, we took a single spade, but then we also got 2 spades off the cults, plus I think we were on the bonus spade twice. And we hard dug once. So, yeah. 7 hexes transformed, including a double dig on e4 that wound up not really doing too much, but like our fighting against our opponents actually wound up being pretty useful. So, so what else happened this game? This is a nice distribution of power actions. Unfortunately, we missed we missed getting the 6-for-1, like the one on everything, but we did not advance our digging. So unlike everyone else, we did not get those sweet digging points. Eddie didn't get a lot of points on digging either. I don't know why this is so low. So I thought that he got a lot of points from digging, but maybe he was securing water 1 or building TPs or something. We did pretty well in terms of, yeah, Earth 1, Water 1, Air 1. It's good to be a chump sometimes. But Air 2 was very helpful for that, admittedly. We passed pretty well. We got on the big building tile once, on the dwelling tile once, and looks like that's all we needed because the other 2 tiles weren't in the game. We got 2 8-pointers. That's always a nice way to get cult points. And yeah, that was the difference versus archivists, who outperformed us on the scoring tiles as well as, of course, the advancing dig. So nice win. You didn't see it coming at all. Wow, you have little faith. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't see it coming either. Archivists had so many points. I was very lucky in the final round that they didn't get on a pass tile and I did. And the Air 1 points were obviously important as well. I think that they could have played a little harder for buying priests and stuff, but it does look like they didn't have quite enough to beat me either way. Maybe they have enough to... Maybe if they buy the priest, I can't take the priest. I'm worse off on fire. They tie me in water. Something else happens, but they lose 3 points as well. So those pass tiles for archivists in the final town, yeah. There's no question that this is not what you want to see in your final pass as archivists. And I mean, if they were advancing ship anyway, they could have hate dug me, right? Archivists had a chance to hate dig me, but I think that they misprioritized what they wanted to do. They wanted to get on this natural yellow, which makes sense, but then they could have advanced if they were always advancing ship, they should have advanced ship 1 action sooner and then just dug A2 to red or something, but they didn't. Goblins need to take fire 2 earlier, but that'd be committing, so it's risky. Yeah, agreed. I also think that they probably had this sanctuary town, but making more TPs was better. Yeah. Reminder key is correct. Yeah, he made that town early just so that he could close this 1 cult. But hey, it was lucky, you know. We required some luck to win this, but we did, and that makes us happy. So didn't connect, losing Delta 20-30 on everyone. Yeah. So if they get that 15-point town and they get the 20-point network, then yeah, they are very, very competitive at the very least. And that's including and that doesn't even include the ship advances, right? So yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're not going to be streaming as much. You know, we streamed a lot these last 2 weeks. That's not going to happen for a while. We might get 1 or 2 streams going forward from here. But, yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for chatting. It's nice to get this is my favorite way to win, when I don't actually do anything to earn the win. So anyway, yeah, thanks everyone. We'll see you next time.